Hi friends, this is Mainak Misra and welcome back to my channel. More than 50,000 Moroccans suddenly crossed into autonomous Spanish city Ceuta by walking, crossing the mountain, swimming, and scaling the border fence. Initially, the security forces deployed along the border were overwhelmed, and then Spanish government deployed heavy security forces, and this incident happened on 30th and 31st July. So when those heavy security forces were deployed along the Ceuta border, the authorities were able to successfully push the migrants, Moroccans back to Morocco. They voluntarily, around 49,000 voluntarily left Spain and returned to Morocco. This happened due to falsified information. The Supreme Court's verdict regarding the migrants who come through sea routes can't be returned to, can't be returned to their homeland immediately. But then the smugglers fabricated this verdict and spread false rumors on social media that attracted so many Moroccans migrants who tried to cross Ceuta border and get into Ceuta. It shows the, the poor state of affairs regarding education, jobs, safety, security in Morocco. Nobody wants to leave their motherland. They might have been in utter despair. And they openly admitted that we don't see any future in Morocco. So what should we do? And that's why we swam, then we walked, climbed nearby hills and mountains, and then crossed into Ceuta, which is the Ceuta and Melilla are the two areas that are directly two European territory areas that are directly connected to Africa. Even in 2021, 2020, continuously, many migrants have gathered along the Ceuta and Melilla borders over the years. And this time, around, at least 57 migrants have unfortunately lost their lives. Tragic incident. European Spain is a member of European Union, and multiple members of European Union have strongly criticized Spain. Italy has suspended Spain from the Schengen free travel area temporarily for a month. Denmark and Finland have requested the European Union to suspend Spain temporarily for a month. Poland also has heavily criticized Spain's stance in handling migration crisis, and then France and Portugal have deployed heavy security forces along their borders. But this incident shows that the sad affairs, the tragic affairs related to migrations, immigrants, not only in Africa or Europe, but I can say all over the world. The situations, no food, no security, no safety, still people leave their motherlands and cross into some other countries. Their mental condition, despair, you know, think about all those things. We only criticize people, why do they come? But there are a number of reasons. It is not a good thing that, anybody can come to any country. It's not a good thing at all. But the countries from where they are coming have to look into this matter very seriously. The scope of jobs, education, security, safety of ordinary citizens must be ensured so that people can live in those countries, especially here in Morocco. Nobody, as I mentioned earlier, nobody wants to leave their families and their land where they spent their childhood days. There are a lot of attachments. So they must be in an absolute state of desperation that they leave their motherland, cross those territories, and land in some totally unknown territories. They don't know what will be the situations tomorrow, whether they will bag a job or not, what will be their security, safety, the condition of women, what will be, how will they maintain their family members, and if family members stay in the native country, then what would be the conditions of those people? They don't think anything. They, you know, in in an in a desperate attempt, they cross, seas, mountains, and then cross into some other territory. It's very sad. And I also felt extremely sad after reading multiple news about this Spanish immigration crisis. Terrible, viewers. And as I mentioned earlier, 57 innocent Moroccans, I must say, innocent Moroccans have unfortunately lost their lives. Uh, you know, somebody spread some false news that anybody comes to Spain will be given citizenship or asylum there, and then they crossed into a Spanish autonomous city of Ceuta. It's very, very tragic incident. Uh, uh, that's it, viewers. More than well, I'll give you a very small number. More than 35,000 people, migrants, African migrants, have unfortunately lost their lives since 2014, and millions left Africa and tried to cross into Europe. I don't have words to explain these tragic incidents. And these 35,000 number only in Mediterranean Sea. And you can add some more, numbers across Atlantic or some land routes, then the numbers will be enhanced. It will increase. Uh, Thank you so much, viewers, for watching this video. Thank you and bye.